shooting niggers. Okay.
Alright, what is up everybody? I know we're just kind of diving in here a little bit haphazardly, but we will have Squared and all his boys over here on the Senate taking on Lofi, E-Pip, and all that crowd on Ascent. Yeah, like I said, I know we're a little bit last minute, but we're in. We're just getting started here on the Chalet. It will be the Senate defending first. Like I said, most haphazard, not the most well planned out one, but that's what we're here for, right? Let's go to live games and go pin this. And a Blackbeard band rolling out immediately from the Senate. Kind of pretty smart, pretty common. Yeah, you see that almost all the time. Oh, wow. Bro, this stream is not the one to be pinning out for people to come watch. I'm telling you right now. This is going to be like the most haphazard bad one we've got. And we've got Brava being that next band coming from Ascent. I mean, I kind of like to see her off the board, especially on Chalet, which can be so easily swung and determined by that utility usage. Just make sure I can pull the match chat back up. Oh, wait, I'm not host. I can't pause or nothing. Why do I care about match chat? Okay, I think all that is correct. And I will look back into our chat. Seeing the Azami ban, seeing that mute ban. I mean, both those operators are very, very strong. Especially the Azami on this map. She can completely rearrange and change everything. Makes a pretty easy hold turn into something just absolutely terrifying to attack. Now the mute ban, I really don't understand. I don't think we're meant to understand it. It's well beyond our understanding as players. What is up, Cardi? I see you in here. Hey, I know you sent me those overlays and everything. You want me to try them out. But I did not get to that yet. I was working on them for another game, and then they forfeit and canceled before the game even started. So I decided to jump onto this one. What else do we got here? Oh my god, I got 11 people. I got Lofi in here as well. Yeshua? Alright, let's swap over to the easy casting device right here. Assuming it wants to decide to load.
10 seconds remaining.
Try and fix my headphones, that way they're not broken. Looks like we will see a 4-man spawn out there on the helipad side of the map. But a first peek going there in the favor of Lofi, taking Yeshua off. That is one of the roamers immediately cleared. I mean, that's a hard pick to start with, man. Coming back in now, though, we have Clouder trying to open his way up. They want to take that library control, and honestly, that will give his team the full hold they need. However, Yon is playing below, so that's someone, I mean, you gotta watch for that, because he comes up those back blue stairs, and he can just be an absolute terror. Alright, let's see. They, who is that? Hakil? I don't know how to say his name. He does get some live pings on that dog downstairs. That puts him in a kind of scary situation. As E-Pip is now jumping up, he wants him. And I think he will get that kill if he wants it. We do have Tag going to be the one to peek Yon first, taking him off that board. Now down to a 5v3 situation. Very, very hard start for these defenders here. But you still do have a little bit of that advantage of this map being set up how you want it. Squared moving down that trophy stairway, trying to get aggressive on it, but there's no one down there to aggress to. Honestly, the closest he has is Clouder making his way through the dining hall, but he's even stopping the drone. These attackers are being very, very well on their utility, and just doing everything they can to try and, like, clear these defenders out. The Twitch drone being useful, but Squared will find that pick onto Clouder, which is a great pick for him. Avara in a bad spot, eating a little bit of damage, but able to keep his power position in that office door. And here comes that main wall breach now. Avara is taken down by Hakil. That's a weird long angle that he has there. But kind of respectable. Squared definitely wants to peek this thing. He's kind of got that itch going. Tag going in, but taken down by Pancake. Pancake will find his second one on the E-Pip. Absolute terror standing there still alive. Square just feeding a little bit of damage over. They're still up though. Pancake gets swung on, or well, swings into a swing, but trays himself for Lofi. Amazing there. Hakil left in the 1v1 for Square to win it for his team for that round one. Given that opening round of the defense there is kind of a stellar play. From, I mean, the 5v3 odds that they came back from too. Just stellar plays, guys. And Stingray is asleep. Okay. Checking to make sure I don't have any pings anywhere. The easy casting device is charged, I think. No? No? You're just not gonna work? Yo, I own a controller for a reason. I'd like it to work. Alright, we just stick to our own devices and have to use the PC. Which means really choppy movement. But this is a full upstairs hold now to try and defend the downstairs kitchen. Again, pretty common way to hold this. Definitely very competitive. You see it all the time. Typically, though, there is a Mira involved here. And this time, they're actually kind of just deciding to lock it down. No hate to that, though, because sometimes a bunker play works really well, especially against a very strong gun skill team. I'm not saying that, you know, Ascent is a very strong gun skill team. However, they did open up with 2 picks last round. But we did see Pancake and Square couple ace that back. And just, you know, the power duo unite to slam them down and win that round for the team. We're going to be seeing that same kind of library over push that they brought that last round. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. However, it didn't work that well for them last time. I would like to see it work, though, because library over is pretty much the only way to try and attack this map. I don't recommend it all the time. Clouder looks like he's going to be getting aggressive early with his ram drones here. Interesting to see if he's just going to play these windows or what his attempt is. Upstairs control now being taken by these attackers, actually. They have that library over. They're going to be going for the wall here into the office. And Avara is playing below onto the window. Okay. Upstairs, we have Pancake just chilling in office. I mean, he's going to have to hold this with his life as he is two doors open on him. That window comes open too. Yeah, he's in kind of a bad spot there. He's going to get pinched out. But honestly, his life is more important to just remain. Squared has to play these windows, has to defend his boys. You've got that long angle, hold that long angle. Just play right above Pancake's head there. On the other hand, though, we do have Lofi coming up. Almost taking a pick there onto Squared. Pancake stands up, he loses his head. W movement, that movement is dog nuts with the PC, bro. We have Tag jumping out over here to Barbecue. They're going to be trying to pinch out Pancake, and it will be working towards them. Yashua getting taken down by E-Pip, then Tag taking Pancake. That upstairs hold has now fallen, just leaving Squared. Now Yawn moving up to assist him. Squared dropped from the window. There's a Lofi. And the Nitro below will not find anybody from Avara. Again, that upstairs control is there, so this looks like it's going to be a pretty one-dimensional hold for these defenders, which is just a song and a prayer here. Some damage going up. You know, Loaf is, or E-Pip is one shot now, not in a very good position, and dropped by a Frost Mat. That's what we've got going on here. We have Clouder coming down the trophy stairs, but Frost playing so close. I mean, they're almost going to be holding hands here. We could see a little interesting gunfight come up there. Looking down here, though, we have Avara trying to hold this pixel angle towards Lofi. If he runs in, though, he could lose his head. Assuming Avara's got the trigger discipline, he will not. Shots coming down from those rear stairs. Clouder trading Avara out, though. Yawn getting that refrag. And now Yawn left has to clutch up, and he will not have the time nor the life to. And that 1v4 situation was pretty bad there. And Ascent will come out with that one on top. 1v4 situation, man. Not somewhere you want to be. I love getting ghost pinged. Alright, let's see. Senate versus Ascent. Back into the match chat that we belong in. That last round, absolutely domineered and controlled by Lofi. He took the round, he took control. In the loss of, I believe it was Yashua and Pancake very early on, definitely hurt that team pretty hard. Those aren't two picks that you want to take lightly, especially not, you know, in a game that's going to be kind of considered by gun skill. Alright, is the Gamecaster 9000 working? Nope, nope. Controller still just doesn't want to connect to my PC. Alright, I'm buying a new controller as soon as I get money, which is never. But, you know, we're going to have another, just a little bar hold. Pretty simple. You're going to have some vertical play up here in the library of it. Oh, yeah, let's just spectate people because trying to fly on this, like, the controls for flying are just horrible because they're so sensitive, so touchy. You don't get any sort of vertical control. It's just either you're full down or full up and you fly through floors. So far, the early push indicates they might be trying for a little bit of a upstairs take here. Which, I mean, yeah, you need it. You gotta clear the verticality. It's a full library hold, though, so you gotta watch how you do this. Smart decision would be take from blue stairs over. I mean, not having a co-caster here to bounce some ideas off of. I never thought I'd like co-casting, but, you know, here I am saying, man, I wish I had someone to talk to. Chat, I need you guys to get active and hold conversation with me. E-Pip's going to try and take this gunfight against Yashua. Not one he's really got the advantage in, though, as they have that mirror to hold him. They have, again, Yashua is right there to hold him. They need to do something to try and clear out this hallway, though, so they can take some ground, take that top Mez. Clouder could have a nice angle here onto Yesh. I don't think he's actually going to find it, though. And no, he just decides to go full aggressive, walks in onto Pancake. Pancake fries him down. Loses a lot of health himself, sure, yeah, but you have a Doc on your hands. The Doc getting fired out now. Decides smart play is just to eat it and run. He's still standing. You know, E-Pip there on that rappel. Pretty easy swing because he's, you know, kind of floating. Square will find Tag, though, and Square going to be taking this gunfight here against Lofi. Both of them whiffing each other a little bit, but, ooh, Square almost taking a headshot. Loaf finishing with the pistol. Running in there, too, trying to avenge his boys. Keep him up, keep him centered. Haykill's struggling to get in and take some ground here. Finally takes that top library hall window. And he's coming down these blue stairs. Let's see who he's got on him. That is Pancake that is on the bottom of the stairs. Hanging out. Hey, boys, we know he's right here. Gotta do something to clear him out, though, because I don't have the health to. Heikel moving into library now. Yawn taking one. Yeshua taking Heikel. Now it's down to Lofi, last alive. And we still have Yeshua just hogging his stims for himself. He's got one left. And he's got a Pancake. However, Pancake will get fried down by Lofi before he gets the chance to stim him. And again, Yeshua is still trapped in this corner. If they keep feeding him these ones, this will not work out good for the Senate over here. Because Lofi seems to be loving the advantage that they're giving him and taking these 1v1s. Yawn goes for that swing. Now they're finally triple pushing into him. Lofi hitting the triple kill, taking down Avara. However, Yeshua will take him down. Man, if Lofi would have just hit a quick ace right there, that would have been probably one of the best moments to happen in the stream in a little while. Hydration break between rounds.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright, let's see. Is the casting device gonna work yet? Nope. Okay, nope. So that's just gonna be me flying it through. There's no slow fly option, which is a little weird. Yeah, they need to give you something for some sort of slow fly while you're while you're doing this. But there is none, which I mean really hurts.
Moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Thank God we moved away from 3-3 league splits, because I really did not like that. Looking here, though, we have Yeshua down in gaming room just chilling. Lofi was standing right next to him. I mean, we could see Yeshua get himself a nice, easy double pick here. Onto Lofi and who is that other one? I believe that is... yeah, that's Heikel. But no, they get the live ping out onto him. Yeshua thankfully rotates out in time. A lot of shots coming through that wall at him. He's got to stay alive, though. Another drone's seen him, but I don't think that he knows nor cares. King Yesh, come on. King Yesh has been definitely putting in some work. He's 2-2 right now. However, right now, if anybody can be called king, that would be Lofi, because he's winning his team these rounds. Fear Yawn will be trying to take that opening pick there onto Heikel. Getting rid of that Heartbreacher is kind of a splendid first pick. However, I got a feeling Yawn's about to lose his life here to this Dokkaebi. And he will, instead of taking that time and just dropping off, hey, I can heal myself, I'm playing his Doc. He keeps going for those swings, overswings it, gets aggressive, and loses his life on it. And Avara will be trying for the C4. Rip here, throw, rip. Almost grips him. Puts it close, but no dice, and I believe that is Heikel laying that damage down. Library control still not taken, but it might as well be. Heikel eating a lot of damage there from a little bit of a run up by Square. Square running out, taking tag. Beautiful pick from him. If he's not careful, though, he will get refragged by Heikel. However, I think by now he has to know. Live ping's coming out. Clouder will be the one trying to move in onto a Squared. However, Yeshua is chilling in that bar stalk to deny that movement in. Heikel's making the smart choice and saying, yeah, nah, bro, F that, and dropping off. E-Pip, the master of utility, just going to keep trying to push those drones in, clear some space for his team. However, no one on his team is really taking advantage of that space he's creating. Yeah, getting rid of that camera is good, but it doesn't matter quite as much if you're not going to take advantage of that camera being gone and actually push in off of it. Avara, definitely the most aggressive one here as he's moved up on the half wall. Yesh is taken down as he tries to rotate back up these rear stairs. Or library stairs, whatever you want to call them. And Avara is holding his door, praying for dear life. Squared is there to hit that re-swing onto him. It is Heikel out there, almost losing his life. Good, smart idea to pop that. Deny the movement in. But Pancake will find Clouder. Pancake finding E-Pip. Avara finding Lofi. And Heikel being taken on by Squared. The three of them just dropping everybody that stands in their path. Smart little rotates over and keep playing off each other. Everybody picked that little bit of an angle at that last couple seconds, and it paid off, especially for Pancake, who had two of them just walk into him. Yo, Ford, check Discord. Why would I check Discord? What am I checking Discord for?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Trip what? Trip. I don't have nothing. Sir. Sorry, I've got nothing in Discord. What am I looking for? Pancake chilling at 6-3 now. Definitely trying to pick up and meet Lofi there. Because Loaf has been the standout on his team. Yeah, I don't trip. Trip, you're scaring me. Alright, the setup upstairs coming. It is a kitchen hold though, but they've got no one in the kitchen besides Avara. I mean, again, it's pretty common to hold upstairs, but this is a very, very heavy upstairs hold. Kind of all the eggs into one basket, so to speak. The drone work being made. They see nobody's going to be holding this library side, which, I mean, you don't have to for this. But, man, it's just nice when you spread out everybody on this defense. Play the chain link system. Just close enough that, you know, I can catch your refrag, but far enough that, you know, we're not going to be double swinging onto the same guy unless we have to. Pancake will be the one who's trying to kill Clouder here. As Clouder's like, you know what? I'm going to open up this window here. Main window's open. And that push coming over. Loaf, you know, watching that long haul through the wall, or long angle through the wall there. Same angle he picked up last time. Haykill just chilling out on balcony. And Tag still standing. However, Clouder is taken down by Avara. We knew one of those picks was going to be coming. And it looks like they're flashing out that piano to make a push in. That is E-Pip making that aggressive push in. Finding Pancake, though. A bad pick there to go. Man, that's not one you want to see. Check DMs. Okay. And E-Pip just eating that fire damage. Taken down by Squared. The window next to Squared being opened up, but Squared gets weirdly aggressive and jumps out straight into Tag. 3v3 now. Yeshua needs to keep that gunny up onto the people who are about to be pushing him. Instead of trying to hunt down these drones. Yes, the drones are important. Frostmat hit. Yesh goes for that swing. Or Yawn, sorry, not Yesh. Takes one down and then backs off. Good, smart play by him. Just to keep his team in it. However, Haykill will find that pick onto the dock, which is a hard character to lose here, man. You don't want to be losing the dock this early on. Lofi, this is, I believe, Black Hole League is console only. Lofi is rotating up through Master Bedroom. Everybody here now is rotated back down. Except for Yawn, who is holding that trophy stairs. I mean, he might as well be down there in sight. I think Yawn knows that push is coming around him, though. Those stairs have to be played. That's one goo mine hit. Two goo mines hit by Haykill there. Now you pretty much just have to watch upstairs. Lofi comes down the trophy steps to him. 10 seconds left. He has to play a miracle here now. With 5 seconds, the plant's got to go down. That's a Frostbite hit, and then Yawn finding Lofi's head. Putting him up 4-1 so far into the half. Hacky needs to be cut. He's selling Mark Parlay. I think that man has hit more utility than kills.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Looking in for the last defense of the half now for the Senate. I mean, it's going to be kind of interesting. Lofi, again, just an absolute steamroller for his team, but currently not enough to keep his team up as Pancake and Squared are just force feeding it right back to him. When you have everyone else on your team remaining neutral to slight positive, to Yeshua only being 2 and 4 at their worst player, it definitely makes the game a lot easier. Let's try this one more time. Look how crappy this movement is on PC. Like, it's so blocky. There's nothing smooth about it. With the bar games hold being held, we will see the typical verticality that is always made. The mirrors coming up, but the mirrors are not able to be placed because they reinforce the wrong side. So yeah, redo the strat just a little bit. EPIP needs to be aggressive and hurry up and help his guys get into the library. You have to know Yeshua is chilling back there because it's where he chilled last time. Get those firebolts in early and start clearing this guy out. For Nyesh's case, be smart and take that early swing. Here comes those firebolts from EPIP, the ones we were talking about earlier. But Yeshua's already moved himself out of that position. There's no one to hold that cross. I know they're waiting to call execute here. And Lofi making his way through office, getting ready to gun it up. Yeah, we're about to see a very, very well-timed execution from this Ascent team. I just don't know if it's actually going to have that, you know, push factor that they're thinking it will. Well, chat, who we want to see this perspective of? The attackers or the defense here is Pancake will find Lofi and laying him out first. I mean, yeah, he loses his shield, but he has his own shield in pocket. He was using someone else's. I believe this is supposed to be the start of this, you know, kind of aggressive moment as we see some utility being used. But Yeshua's already dropped out. EPIP is about to be useless with those abilities. It's pronounced Hacky, not Hikil. Okay. Well, you know, Hacky's got to definitely pick it up. Its tag gets dropped down to 3 and 5. Pancake up to 7 and 4. Bro is throwing him on his shoulders right now. I think him and Luffy are trying to battle out for first. EPIP did burn both his firebolts and not lay a single point of damage with it. Trying to smoke off where that Mira is. Runs in and gets dropped there. Fawn will be taken out by Hacky though. Clouder taken down as well by Avara. And it's now Hacky versus the world. 1v4 situation for him. Not a whole lot of health either. I mean, he's still pretty much full. But Yeshua will find him for the 5-1 split for this half. To put in perspective, a normal split should be at the very least 3-3. That is, like, either team's dream is at least to get a 3-3. If you get a 4-2 split, you know, you're happy that your team got that 4-2. You lose the 4-2 split, it sucks, but you're not as upset because it's a 4-2. It's really not that different from the 3-3. The 5-1 split being down 4 rounds to come into your half, you got to pray that you make no mistakes, even though it's your first time coming, like in this case, on a defense. You have to pray that there is no mistakes. Flip the rules around. If you're the ones who are coming on to attack and you're on the lower end of that 5-1, you are just praying that you can find a way to break their lines. You are praying that there's an easy push through this, because to be down a 5-1 is just such a pain. Not something easily lived through. The only thing worse than this is 6-0. If it's 6-0, you might as well just, you know, abandon the match, because you know nothing good is coming. All of these attackers here seem to be already trying to flip their roles. Everybody's swapping things out. And we're about to see what seems to be a very rush-heavy lineup with the IQ, the Blitz, and the Deimos. The slow players are like Avara on that Flores and Squared on that Ace. But even that Ace is good for opening these long angles up pretty quick. Haki. Alright, I'm calling him Hacky. I know you just said haha, whatever that means, but yeah, Hacky. Haki almost hitting those headshots on the Yawn, but that Blitz will be coming into play very soon. As things are being opened, Clouder is on that low flank though, in the basement. And the basement stairs push is coming. If he knew he would be pushing the other side of that map. But man, I don't think he does. Yawn being the one to try and clear out everything, face checking it. Frost being tracked by the Deimos instead of Clouder. Clouder's going to be moving in, trying to take Pancake. Pancake fries him down though. Rotating over. Frost losing their life to Avara. That is hockey dead. Now we have Pancake just rotating up the stairs. 8-1 or 8-4. Currently our best player on the team. And that is Lofi taken down and fried, but I can't tell by who because Alan just got on. Squared was the one who took him. We don't even have wall open yet. It's just now coming. Tag trying to be the one to get aggressive onto Yawn. Pancake, you know, hey, give me a drone for 2 seconds, but it's not. It doesn't matter. E-Pip fried down. Castle the last one alive, and then Yawn taking him as well. A flawless attack there as the Blitz just got in, took that back line. No one's hitting their shots on Hockey's team besides Loaf. Yeah, pretty much. Loaf is the only one actually putting in the work right now. I mean, I'd be very upset. And even now, he's starting to drop down to 8-6. Yeah, they're not droning things to find out what is clear, wasting capital boats on a ghost. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to critique. I'm here to cast. But there's been some definite missed drones, misplays coming to be down 6-1. There's a lot going into this that, you know, beyond just, oh, we're losing our gunfights. There's a lot of bad intel, a lot of bad plays. And I believe the mental chalk has to be hitting pretty hard right about now.
I'm reloading.
Oh, excuse me. And now this time we go from a rush heavy lineup to a mixed bag of both. I mean, if they would have kept that Jackal, I could have understood calling this a rush lineup. But swapping him over to the Maverick, unless he's planning to just burn holes and shoot, this is kind of seeming more like a long play. Clouder will be the one hitting the spawn peak here. Let's hope that he's able to find somebody. As, you know, it's got to be a good play for him. Something to pick up that 2-7 start, especially with you being the one on the roam right now. Tag also coming down to site, sorry, not to join you. But yeah, you gotta hit some of these shots, guys. Ascent off to a, you know, the roughest start I think I've seen yet. I mean, this is only week 1, game 1. But they just, yeah, they're not communicating with each other very well. Meanwhile, we have Senate, who is just opening walls, already taking space. They have an attacking plan, and they definitely know how to execute it. The Bees going out, everything being opened up by that Ash, bringing the hard breachers. Avara using his utility to try and clear these shields. But Yeshua taken down by Clouder. Good pick from him. Finds a second one, taking Squared down. Probably one of the better plays we've seen from Ascent tonight. As he is trying for that third pick, which would be Yawn, which is another amazing pick from him if he finds it. He just needs to not be aggressive into trying to take it. Just let him pull to you. And I think it is coming here. Pancake will be getting ready to swing straight into Tag. And Tag's able to find that kill. Maybe the confidence now that Senate has will give Ascent a little bit of an advantage that they need. And the hives are going in from Yawn. And he's going to be walking himself into the top office. Clouder is playing right there. Whiffs the shot. Clouder does survive. Takes his head off. Triple kill from Clouder on this round. Avara left in a 1v5. E-Pip taking him flawless round for the defense. If you're an Ascent fan, that is definitely something you were wanting to see. Probably one of their most well-communicated rounds. As well as Clouder pulling off an amazing 3-piece just to keep his team within reach of this one. It doesn't keep them alive much longer, you know, assuming this doesn't drag out. But a 6-2 game, I mean, yeah, 6-2, you're losing. But at least you can say that one round wasn't a fluke. Especially whenever you have Clouder being the one to bring that back the way he did. Lofi got that 4K in their last round win. It just seems like you need a player to make a splash play right now for Ascent if they want to win these rounds. Another downstairs hold coming for this kitchen, and they're all going to be holding up above it. Hydration break while our round plays out. Drones being prepped up everywhere.
Attackers are heading
Holes
out.
being made. That's what you love about CSU. That little 30-second window of prep phase. It's just everybody has their job. Everybody is doing something. Even if that something is just kind of going to hide in that corner so that you don't get found. You're doing your job if you're trying to be that roamer. And looking over, we're probably going to see a library take as, you know, just pretty much a cookie cutter way to take this. However, Yeshua's in sight, goes in, gets the knife on a hacky. Just rushed in, they let him have it. The library over's being pulled. And we got Yesh, you know, playing below now. Using some of that verticality against them. Running around in sight, flashbanging in. He wants to take that kitchen from Clouder. And instead, honestly, Clouder will be taken down by Square. That is site control now given to the attackers. Kind of an insane rush play from them. Yes, just off to one of the oddest starts I've seen. None of them going upstairs to try and take these picks. I thought for sure we were going to see a library overpull. Plant is down, Squared, and Pancake being taken out by E-Pip with a nice double C4. Trying to even things up. It is now a 3v3. But the Monty is still on board. Avara finding tag. The verticality still coming from Lofi. E-Pip making his way down the main stairs. He goes, guys, they didn't even breach wall. They just ran in. That's what happens when you focus all of your attention on the top. But Lofi just whiffs so bad onto Avara right there. Just, oh, that one is going to be hurting if he watches the film room later. E-Pip getting his triple kill there. However, almost taken out by Yeshua. Yeshua finds a kill onto Lofi. And then E-Pip will start trying for the defuse. But Yeshua will clean him up with a 3K. Clouder leaving that game to hide his stat line. Nothing to be as sad about, man. You were 5-8. But a 7-2 victory here for these guys. Let me just get a picture of the stat lines. I'm a very dissatisfied Ascent fan. We need to send Hacky to the G League. Wow, I don't know who you are. But man, you are not a W friend right now. Alright, that's going to be the end of the stream tonight, guys. We'll be seeing you later. Hello? Anybody here?
Yeah.
Hello? Good game.
Yeah, dude.
Surprise guest appearance from Hacky. Alright, everybody, I'm going to end it for the night. Good night. Was a good one. I loved having everybody out here. Please stay and watch the ad, because I could use the ad revenue money. Especially because we're only alive for 40 minutes. Usually you have to hit an hour before they like to pay. Alright, good night.